Hello, everyone. Ram Ram Pula Namaste Salam. And once again, I'm coming to you live here from Sydney, Australia. Happy Wednesday to each and every one of you. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone out there from whichever part of the world you're going to be watching this from. So, my name is Poonam, and I am the host for today's segment once again. And today is another beautiful day, as you know. This is another session of a live session of where I'm bringing in digital business owners from all across the world, wanting to share their journey, right? Because I know you have been seeing me for all this while, over 4 years now. So this is the time I'm trying to bring in all people from different backgrounds and different from people from different walks of life as well, right? And how they are able to manage this amazing business, and how and what made them to join this amazing online business as well. And on top of that, today is my day 86 of this the 90 days Go Run Success Challenge, where I'm supposed to interview an amazing business partner. And I couldn't be more than happy and excited to have this amazing lady over here, whom I have met in Japan. Yes, she is currently staying in USA, and I met this beautiful lady. She's Nirmala Sharma in Canada, no, in Japan, when we went for our company's 50th anniversary. And she came to me. I didn't see her actually. She approached me, and it was just so lovely to meet her in person. I have always seen her online, and we always see her online, and she's always come to these masterminds and has shared lots and lots of insights to our amazing business partners, for everyone, right? So it's about giving back. So she's one of those lady who does that, right? And today I'm so honored to have her here on my business page, where she's gonna share her amazing, inspiring journey, what made her to change and take this action into going online, and how she was able to pull this off. You will be extremely fascinated and inspired by listening to her. So without further ado, I'm gonna put her on stage now. So there we go. This is the amazing lady I'm talking about. Thank you so much, sis Nirmala, for accepting my invite and for being here on my page. And today I'm really honored, and I'm really excited to have you on board, because I know all this while I have been sharing stories, I have been creating stories, but your story is something so different, and it's so inspiring. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be other people who's gonna be inspired by you. So thank you once again, and we're gonna get you started with your lovely introduction and who you are and a little bit of background and where you're from and all those things. Thank you, sis Nirmala.
Okay, thank you. First of all, Poonam, thank you so much for having me here, and it's my pleasure to be here. I know the first time I saw you on like a Japan during convention, I was like, oh my god, I know this person, and I just and then meeting other people, it was great. So this reminds other people that is we are real people. We even met during convention. So namaste, everyone. My name is Nirmala. I am originally from Bhutan, but I lived in Nepal as a refugee for many, many years. And I came to USA in 2010, and I had my daughter that time. And being new to the country, I didn't know what to do. So I was just working, leaving my daughter behind and working until I had my son back in 2018. And that time I saw this business, somebody was doing this, because I wanted to stay home with him and raise him, because he was 2 months and 14 days old when I had to go back to work. So that day I was like, I need to find something so I can be home with my kids. So I saw this one, I jumped in. I'll share more in details, but as we go with this video. For now, yeah, I have been doing this since 2019, and I quit my job after 6 months of being in this business. 4 months of 4 months of being in this business, and yeah, until last year, I was like, I stayed home, and I'm also a single mom of 2 kids. So that is my little bit of background.
Thank you so much for sharing your background, sis. As you mentioned, you're from Bhutan and you migrated to USA, right? So you are also an immigrant. Likewise, myself, I'm from Fiji and I'm currently staying here in Australia. So life, we look for the greener pasta and we want to go abroad and have those build those memories and actually have that freedom lifestyle as well, right? But then coming to a country, a developed country, it's not easy. The struggles are always there, right? And once we have the kids, there's more struggles, right? Because where are you gonna leave the kids and all those things, and you can't even stay home, right? Because everything costs you money, and you have to pay for everything. Thank you so much for sharing that, sis, Nirmala. So as you mentioned, yeah, when you had your second child, that was your son, right? So 2 months, uh, giving birth, after 2 months you had to go back straight to work. So what work were you doing and why you had to go back to work?
Okay, thank you for that question. I think many moms can relate to like those who live in the US, and I'm not sure about Australia. How is the healthcare plan? Because I was working in hospital and I had all my family insurance from my workplace. So if we try to buy insurance out in the market, it's expensive, right? I had the best insurance. Also, having kids, having the little one, and then responsibility, money was everything was like increased. So I had to. I didn't have a choice. Usually, you get 3 months of maternity leave, but I had only 2 months, 14 days left because I had complications during pregnancy. So I used those hours. So I didn't have any extra day that I can stay home. Even though their dad, we were together at that time, even though their dad was a good dad, but I had to work for some reason. I had to make my own money, pay bills, everything, right? So home, all these things, and I didn't have a choice other than going back to work. So I did, um, putting my son to babysitter, his dad. But that time, that was the hardest decision I have ever made because he was only 2 months and 14 days old, and I was breastfeeding him. And then that day I realized, no, I cannot be doing this. I need something, and I need something, and I started searching, looking for the alternatives that I can be home with him. And this business gave me that alternative, that how do I say, yeah, this business gave me everything, like, that my son deserved, to be with his mom when he was little.
Yeah, thank you so much. I know I can, as a mom, I can understand you. I can
Many moms can relate to that.
Yes, all the moms out there, but of course, they can all relate to this, right? Leaving your
Mhm,
baby when they're only 2 months old,
mhm,
they're still
mhm,
tiny, and you're still feeding them, right? How
mhm,
I know, because when I had to, my baby was one. When I had to put her into daycare, I was still crying, right? And
uh-huh,
for you, 2 months, that's even worse, right? To leave them back home and into care of somebody else, and going to go back to work. I know how hard and how much you have sacrificed, and you can't bring those time back, right? But the
mhm.
thing is, you took action into doing this business, and then it gave you that opportunity to stay back and enjoy all the rest of the time. So, which is a really very important thing for everyone, right? For all
Yeah.
moms out there, because we tend to forget that we are more than capable of doing anything. It's just
And
that we have to take that action, right? So thank you so much, sis, for sharing that. Of course, when you started this business, you were still working full time, right? It's
yeah,
not that
well,
you,
I was
yeah.
I was working full time, and I did work full time until my son was, because I started this business when my son was 4 months old.
Hmm.
You know, because 2 months I did work.
Yeah.
I was in search of like alternatives. So I was like, I want to do something that from home. I have tried within that 2 months. I have tried many things. Like, I'm gonna do this one, do one. Maybe this will give me opportunity to stay home. I
Yeah.
have tried many things. Nothing works. Like, I invested money, I invested time, but I found this one, and then I found this one a little early when he was two, like around 3 months old. But I was very skeptical in the beginning. I don't want to join. I was like, what is this? Sounds so good to be true. And then I was like, okay. I waited whole 1 month and I joined when he was 4 months old. And when he was 8 months old, I became full-time stay-at-home mom because of this business. But I did work like 4 months. I built my business. I did work full-time, raise my son like he was baby. Also, I had 8 years old who was very active. That times he had plenty of like extracurricular activities. I want to do this one, that one, this one, that one. So my days used to be very, very busy. But still, I used to do all the trainings and everything during nighttime. Whenever I'm that kind of person, still I am that kind of person that I don't waste a single minute doing nothing. So that kind of gave me, like more. I use my time to build this business, extra time. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you now, as you mentioned, sis, that you were still working, right? When you were still building this business. There's so many people out there, right? And they tend to think, oh, I'm working full time. How am I going to manage this business together with what I'm currently doing with the kids and everything? So you went through everything. So how did you do it? How were you able to manage, your motherhood, your full-time employment, at the same time build this business, right? How flexible is this business?
The first thing, our business model is like most of the stuff are like automotive. It's most of this, like we say, 80% done.
Yeah.
But it's not like, you just join and then stay relaxed or something. You have to do the training. You have to do at least if you have a spare 45 minutes in a day. We all do have that hours. Like in 24 hours, even if you're working 12 hours, you still like sometimes you have to give up something to learn something. Like I did that one. Being a busy mom with two kids, one was little one, and my ex-husband was working 9 to 5, so he didn't have a time for time for kids or anything. So I used to, like, after I put them to bed, like at 10, 8, I used to stay up late doing my training, doing my business, because I wanted to make it happen, right? So I did, like, it's I know it's not, no, like we cannot be doing that all the time, but that time I realized if I'm working for someone else like whole 12 hours, why not spend like hour or two to build my own business, right? So I stayed up. Also weekends, free time, waking up early. Still, because of that one, I wake up very early, like 5 o'clock to 5:30, so I will have time for my business. So all this time I just squeeze like whatever time I can get. Also some of the time during lunch break, because I can take my business and my phone, right? So I just checked emails and everything during my break time, not recess time, sorry. Yeah, break time. I work at school now, so I'm like used to saying a recess time. I
Yeah.
work at school few hours a day. I don't work the whole day, only few hours a day, because both kids are in school, and I don't, like our business is kind of like auto setup. So I like to use my hours also. Um, when my son had a like speech delay, so I got into this field, like ABA field. I was so curious, like I wanted to do something in this field, so I got into this field. Now I love working with children, and I do few hours only when my
Wow.
kids, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. And because of this business, you are being able to learn
Mhm.
something different as well, because you got time, and you're
Yeah.
able
Uh-huh.
to explore more. There's more opportunities to explore.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I know, sis, you know what? There's so many moms, and not even moms, only even dads as well. Now they
Mhm.
say, oh, I'm working full time, I don't have time, right? But then you
Mhm.
go back and look how much time you spend scrolling on
Just scrolling
Facebook,
social media.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the time we are wasting, right? So why waste
Yeah.
that time? Look, it's okay. At times it's okay. You can go and entertain yourself. Of course, we all need to do that, right? At times, but then wasting that time is, I think, it's not. So, you can use those time to, as Sis Nirmala has said, that she used the time to build her own business. We get so much into working full time for to build somebody else's, empire and build somebody else's business. Why don't we use that time to build our own business? Little bit of sacrifice now, it pays you in later times, right? So that's the thing I would say. So thank you so much for sharing that amazing journey of yours, sis. We have got so many viewers out there. So thank you everyone who is tuned in for and watching us right now. And if you think this story is gonna inspire someone, you by all means you can tag them on this video. You can even share this video to any of those amazing moms out there you think is gonna inspire. So of course, thank you. And moving on, sis, now I'm gonna ask you, right? You joined this business. So what were, some of the successful moments and what have you achieved so far?
Sorry, my kids are, I told you, right?
Yeah,
My
that's
daughter wants to do homework here, so she was asking me a question. Okay. Sorry, what was the question? I'm sorry.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that's okay.
oh.
I asked you, what were some of the achievements you have received so far? What were the biggest achievements, I would say?
Okay, I already mentioned the first one. I stayed home 5 years, completely 5 years, because I started working last year only, right? When my son started full-time school. So I stayed home until he started the school. That was the biggest achievement for any moms can relate to that, right? Like like I think a lot of mom can relate that only our desire is to be with their newborn children until they start the school, and we don't want to be them like all the time, like right, we want our students, but at least I want to stay home until he or she starts school. So I did. That was the biggest achievement. Other was like, there are many, but I want to highlight few. Other one is self development. Like if you see me back in 2019 and now, even though my English is still a basic English, but still I feel like I'm confident that to at least express my word, express my story, share my story without hesitation. I used to have that thing in my mind that, oh, my English is not really good enough to talk in front of camera or something like that, right? But I have that confident now. Also the mindset, like talking about, I'm completely different person from 2019 to now, because a lot of things have changed, like even in my personal life. So this business kind of gave me that perspective, like, you deserve better, you can do more than just working 12 hours shift. You can do something different, all these kind of things. Like I used to, like, I think we all can relate. Being an immigrant, we have this thing that I don't think we can do this one. We are always like, if you see someone, people from here, oh, this is for people from here, we are immigrant, we can't do anything more than just working, right? I had this kind of mindset, but I love to try a lot of different things now. My recent job, which is like I am an ABA therapist, right? I have never thought that I can go work in this field. So during that time while I was staying home, I did that classes and training, and I did the exam, because that was kind of my interest, that I want to work with children, since my son had a speech delay, global developmental delay. That kind of gave me, like, I want to do something in the, make a difference in children's life. So I did that training. I did that exam because I had a time because of this business. So all these achievements, I was able to upgrade myself with the career wise, also business, also able to stay home, raise kids, and most importantly, making friends like you globally. We never knew, like we saw, like, Punam, hi, Punam, and then I met you in Japan. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
like, even if we go anywhere, like, I feel like we have someone from our business that we can hang out with, like a global friendship. A lot of things. So these are the main highlights that. Mhm.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing those achievements. Of course, self-development, self-growth, I would say is one of my biggest accomplishment as well. 4 years back, I wasn't the same person. I wouldn't be sitting in front of a camera, yeah, because the English is my second language as well, right? I also used to self-doubt. Oh, it's not in us. We
Not
can't
for
do
me.
this.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then you're looking at others, looking at other moms in our business, and looking at other people in there, that gives that inspiration and motivation. Now, if they can do it, they were also once immigrants, right? And
Mhm.
English is not even their first language, but they are soaring into this business. That gives that, that encouragement and inspiration, I guess. And we have achieved so much. And as this Nirmala has said, we haven't met, right? That's the yeah. That was Japan was the first time we met
Uh-huh.
offline, and it was just like, you creating that environment, and it's just a beautiful friendship and bonding we create through this amazing business where the community gets together, right? So I always emphasize in all my go lives about the community, how amazing our community is, the
Mhm.
unity we have now, because there is no competition in here, right? Everyone is there out there to help each other and motivate, right? Because
Mhm.
when somebody is not okay, people
Mhm.
tend to know that they are not okay, and they will reach out and they will just, give you that hand. Sometimes we just need to talk, that's it. What and give that inspiration to others. So it's just amazing. Thank you so much, sis, for sharing
Thank
your
you.
achievements. Now I'm gonna ask you, everyone says, okay, this amazing business is amazing, amazing. Of course there are some challenges as well
Uh-huh.
we face, right? So nothing comes for, with a smooth ride. So there's always ups and downs, setbacks, challenges. So were there any challenges which you faces, and how did you overcome them?
Yes, many. Like I did made it so like sounds so easy that I stayed home after 4 months. It sounds very easy, but like I have stayed up to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. That is one thing which I sacrificed my sleep.
Mm,
But you know, and also some of the things like I didn't have a social life that time. I wanted to be home, do something while building business. I don't want to go out. I'll just focus on my business, something like that, because I was so focused. And other thing, this is the one main thing that is still there, but now my friend circle and my family, most of them, they know a little bit about what I am doing. But in the beginning, I had this thing that people think I'm doing some kind of scam or something to get people into my business, right? To make money. So that kind of like, because this is a like, it's not anyone's fault, because so like our society has taught us to just to do the work, go to work and make money, right? This is kind of different thing. You're making money from home, so it's not, it's totally different for, especially for our Asian community. It's a little different thing. You're making money online, so that must be a scam, like. And I used to get that a lot,
yeah.
like, and now I think people know that I have been doing this for like 5 years, 5+ years. So that was also a challenge, explaining everyone. Sometimes I don't want to explain. Sometimes I want to quit. Okay, like people are making, like, giving their opinion, maybe I should quit, all those kind of things. And also learning wise, even though our training is very simple, I came from very old school. We didn't have a computer, but I saw a computer when I was in grade 12 or something. So I didn't grew up using computer and electronics. So it was a little like getting used to with all the technology was like little tough. But I think a lot of, if I always say, if I can do this, anyone can, because I used to be very dependent. I used to go to work, come back, and I never did anything electronics. Like, even for when I get my first buyer, I had to send all the paperwork, right, for a business partner, and I had to send all the paperwork. I got the print out. My coach told me, like, can you send her paperwork? And I said, okay. And I got the printout. I know how to print. But after I did all the thing and I have to like scan and send it, right? I didn't know how to scan the paper that time. And I was like, how I'm gonna, and then I waited all day until my ex-husband came home, and then I asked him, can you show me? And he's like, here you go. And I used to be that kind of person. I think not many will face this. For me, because learning, it was kind of a process of learning and growing, at the same time. So all those challenges, but it's like it made me this person today. I'm proud of, like, even though not many, it's not like I became some millionaire or something, but at least I feel like I'm happy. I'm happy with whatever I'm doing now. So that is success for me. So, and then and time management was the big thing in the beginning with 2 kids. Their activities, the little one, home, and I think like you and us, we can relate. A lot of women, they want to take care of house, cook, all these things, right? So you have to do that. One day you have to be a wife. You have to play other roles too. So that time management. But I watching mastermind, some of the mastermind, I learned, okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, some of the people, they were sharing their time management skills, and I did. And then also I did the video, I think you know that, right? I did the time management video after achieved success in this business. So it's all good. Yeah, those are the challenges.
Yeah, thank you so much. And of course, everyone comes through and faces different challenges, right? And yeah, one of those things that we myself also faced was, in not having the experience, right? Not knowing. We only use Facebook, just to scroll and like someone's post and all those things. But there's so many things we learn in here. But the best thing is the training which is provided, right? It's step by step and video-based training. And myself, I'm also a very slow learner. I'm not a very fast learner, though I have got degree and everything. Sometimes I need to think. I need to see something like 10 times before I can get it, right? So that's how easy it becomes, right? Because of the training, it gives you that leniency, and you can go over it so many times. And the best part is you work on your own pace, because there's no deadline and there's no competition, and you don't have to report to anyone, right? So you are building your own business and you work according to you. And of course, that those naysayers are always there. They try to pull you down. And yeah, I have also come across that, when we put our ads on there, there are some people, laugh at you and put that negative comments in there. And then, you build that thing. It comes to myself, and I say, you know what? I don't have to prove anything to you, right? Because I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing the right thing. I'm not doing anything wrong here. So, I just kept going like that. Because at first, yeah, I felt like that, oh my goodness, I feel like crying and all those things, right? But then, as you go by, said, you build in that self-confidence, right? Why do I have to, explain to you everything? Why do I have to convince you? We are not here to convince anyone. The first and the major thing is, we are not here to convince anyone. We are just passionate enough to share this business opportunity to everyone out there who is looking for an alternative way to come out of their their struggles, right? So that's what we are providing. It's up to those people to take action, I guess. So, and of course, as you mentioned, this it's not everyone's cup of tea that everyone must work online, right? Some people have their things, and that change. So it's okay. If you think you are okay with where you are, that's okay, perfectly fine, right? But then you have to think ahead. Are you planning for yourself in 5 years' time where you want to be, or you're going to be stuck in the same situation, right? You have to take action to change your situation. So thank you so much for sharing your amazing, inspiring journey. I'm pretty sure it's gonna, inspire so many moms out there. Especially, I'm gonna talk about moms, right? And today is Wednesday. I always empower. It's my Women Empowerment Day today, so I always focus on the moms out there. So, moms, you heard it from Sis Nirmala. She was a full-time worker. She still a single mom, and she has got 2 kids, and she was able to pull this business, and she's still doing amazing. And on top of that, she's gone into a new different field, which she loves doing now, helping kids out there. So, sis, before we conclude and wrap up, what would be some word of advice you would want to give to the followers out there who are watching us today?
Okay, this is kind of my slogan for I usually tell everyone, our loved one deserve our time, even if you have old parents, your spouse, your kids, especially kids. Since we are mom, my focus is my kids, but they've look at your parents, they're growing old, kids, they're growing old, and then we are so busy working day to day, making money, staying paycheck to paycheck. If there is something that, if everyone is trying and having that time for their loved ones, go for it. You never know. I never knew the day I joined this business. I was skeptical. It took me 1 month to make whole decision. because I was like, oh my God, I don't think this is true. These people like just saying that they quit job. And then I quit my job in 4 months, stayed home, which I never, ever, 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 ever thought in my entire life that I'm going to be stay home because of the online business. So that day, what if I didn't took that action? I would be still like working, 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 right? And now I work only few hours because that is my, like, there is like personally connected field because of my kid. And I want to do this because my son is like all better. He started talking now and then, so I want to make a difference in other children's life also. While they are in school, I don't have anything to do, so I just go to school and work as a ABA therapist. But I really don't have to work because of this business. I stayed five years home doing nothing. I did upgrade it, like I did those training, got some of the skills in another field. But so sometimes like the tiny thing you see in the social media could change your life in a, either in a better way or in a, not better way. So you make the decision sometimes, like, since we, okay, my son, he was
Ice cream.
sorry. I told you like my kids will come in. My daughter, she came here and I was like, I can't do homework here. So I went upstairs. My son, he wants ice cream now. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the one word, our loved one deserve our time. So just go for it. See it yourself and see if it is for you. If not, there is nothing to lose. Not, it doesn't have to be our business. There are a lot of things these days you can try. You know, I wish I knew this back when my daughter was little. I missed a lot of time, milestone with her, but I still don't regret. I was able to. The proud moment is I was able to raise my son fully 5 years just by myself because of this one. JJ,
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sis.
thank you.
Thank you
He
for
does
sharing.
that all the time. I think most of the interviews I did with friends, like he will either jump in, he needs to go pee or somewhere, or like he wants something.
I know whenever my kids are at home, the little one also tries to jump in and do something and tell you something in the middle as well. But you know what? That's the beauty about working from home,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah.
And this is not the flexibility. It doesn't have to be, our office or anything like that.
Do you want to say
So
hi?
you are surrounded with your kids while you can do this business as
Uh-huh.
well. So I'm gonna thank you so much, of course.
Okay.
And if you would like to join the business, of course, we have got free info sessions which runs
Oh,
every Wednesday and Friday for us in here, and Tuesday and Thursday on the other side, so America and Canada. So you can always, log in and register and watch the free webinar and see for yourself whether this is something you would want to see, because
AJ.
there's no obligations, right? So unless and until you take action and see, find it, then that's when you'll be able to know whether it's for you or not for you, right? So we've got so many viewers out there. Sis, I just want to put this one here. Says Nirupa. She has
God,
she,
this
yeah, she's in there. She's still making up her mind, and she's still
mine
not.
is
Yes, but she's really got inspired. So I'm hearing you out. I have been hesitant. Yes, I know she has been hesitant, and of course, yeah, things
yeah.
happen. Yeah, so that's why I try to bring in these live testimonials so that people can get inspired and see that this is real and this is legit, right? So thank you once again, Sis Nirupa as well, and Sis Sunaina. Thank you, of course. Ice cream.
Kids and ice cream, I think. He
Yes.
just wanted ice.
Kids are always like that. They are very clever. When mommy is on the phone or when mommy is on something, that's when they try to get the things out from the
Get
mommy.
the things. He knows that he can't get ice cream before dinner, right? But he knows
Yes,
that this is
this
very important, so he can get ice cream now.
this is the right time to ask.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all our viewers as well. So we had so many: Niteshni, Saloshna, Arjuna, and Anita, Shabnil, Swasti, Shalini, Mona Lisa. Thank you so much, Shivanjali, Ashwini, and Arun, Elizabeth, and everyone. Thank you so much. And thank you to each and every one of you who is going to be watching this video later on as well. Um, you know, um, as we have said before, if this you think this is going to inspire someone, do bring them on here, or take them on this video. You can even share this video without any of the moms out there whom you think is going to inspire this video. of course. And by all means, you can reach out to us, and we are more than happy to assist you and guide you into this amazing journey, the way we have been doing, and how we build up this friendship as well. I'm looking forward to seeing you again next year, sis, and hopefully,
Next
yes,
year. Oh, next year, right? Oh my.
in USA. Yeah.
Oh, next. Yes, you're.
Yes, next year is going to be very soon. Anyway, we are
Uh-huh.
already in December, so yeah, looking forward to meeting you again.
Thank you, everyone.
So
My
yep.
JJ, my
Thank
JJ
you,
is
everyone.
making.
And until then, we'll be seeing you in another segment, which will be next week. So once again, thank you, everyone. And thank you, sis Nirmala, for your lovely time and for your lovely inspirational journey as well. On that note, thank you, everyone. And God
Thank you,
bless you.
everyone.
Keep smiling and keep shining, everyone. Thank you. Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye bye. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.